Detective Ellie Carter had always prided herself on her ability to uncover the truth. With her piercing green eyes and relentless determination, she had solved some of the most baffling cases in New York City. But nothing could have prepared her for the labyrinth of deceit she was about to enter. It began with what seemed like a routine missing persons case. Laura Bennett, a mid-level analyst at a prestigious consulting firm, had vanished without a trace. Her colleagues described her as meticulous and reserved, with no history of erratic behavior. Laura's boyfriend, Jason, reported her disappearance after she failed to return from work one night. Ellie's investigation started with Laura's apartment. A meticulous search revealed a hidden flash drive taped under her desk. The drive contained encrypted files labeled with cryptic titles: Project Polaris, Eminence, and Code Mercury. Sensing something far bigger than a simple disappearance, Ellie took the drive to her trusted tech expert, Amir Patel. "This isn't just encrypted," Amir said, eyes wide as he stared at the screen. "It's military grade. Whoever made this didn't want anyone poking around." It took Amir 3 sleepless nights to crack the first file. What he uncovered made Ellie's blood run cold. A detailed blueprint for a covert operation to manipulate public opinion by planting fake news, altering social media algorithms, and targeting influential figures. The project, code named Polaris, was orchestrated by a shadowy entity called the Apex Foundation. Ellie's gut told her Laura hadn't just stumbled onto this. She had been silenced. Ellie's inquiries into Apex quickly drew attention. Her phone started glitching. A black SUV began tailing her. Amir's apartment was broken into, though nothing was stolen. The closer she got to the truth, the more dangerous it became. A breakthrough came when Ellie tracked down one of Laura's former co-workers, Emily Cho. Nervous and paranoid, Emily revealed that Laura had confided in her about uncovering something massive at work. She had been approached by a man named Victor Langston, a high-ranking Apex operative, who warned her to drop her inquiries or face consequences. Emily handed Ellie a key to a storage unit Laura had rented. Inside, Ellie found boxes of documents and a burner phone with a single contact labeled Oracle. "You've gone too far," Oracle's distorted voice warned when Ellie called the number. "I'm already in the crosshairs," Ellie shot back. "Help me, or Laura's death will mean nothing." After a tense pause, Oracle relented. They revealed that Apex was more than just a corporate entity. It was a nexus of power connecting politicians, billionaires, and military leaders. Its ultimate goal was global dominance through subtle, insidious control, a modern-day oligarchy hiding in plain sight. Oracle directed Ellie to a remote cabin where she could find Victor Langston. Ellie found Victor living off the grid, his paranoia evident in the security cameras and trip wires surrounding his cabin. She managed to corner him, gun drawn, and demanded answers. "You don't know what you're dealing with," Victor sneered. "Apex is everywhere. Your phone, your bank account, your friends. They know you're here." Before he could say more, a sniper's bullet shattered the window and struck Victor. Ellie barely escaped as a team of operatives stormed the cabin. Her car became her lifeline as she sped into the night, her mind reeling. Ellie returned home to find her apartment ransacked and a chilling message scrawled on her wall: "Stop, or they die." Her heart sank as she realized they referred to her sister, Claire, and her young nephew Max. Panicked, Ellie raced to Claire's house, only to find them gone. A burner phone left on the kitchen counter buzzed with a text: "Meet at Pier 47. Alone." At the pier, Ellie found herself face to face with Apex's regional director, Evelyn Drake. Claire and Max were tied up on a nearby boat, guarded by armed men. "You should have walked away," Evelyn said. her voice icy. "But now you've forced our hand." Ellie had anticipated the trap. She had secretly tipped off Amir, who had alerted Detective Tom Vargas, her closest ally on the force. As Evelyn monologued, police boats surrounded the pier, lights flashing. A chaotic shootout erupted. Ellie freed Claire and Max, narrowly escaping with them as Evelyn disappeared into the night. The raid on Pier 47 exposed Apex to the world, but only partially. Key players, including Evelyn, vanished, leaving behind a trail of dead operatives and burned files. The public was outraged by the revelations, but the true depth of the conspiracy remained hidden. Ellie became a hero, but the victory felt hollow. She knew Apex wasn't defeated, only wounded. As she stared at the encrypted files she had recovered from the pier, she realized her fight was far from over. A week later, Ellie received a package with no return address. Inside was a photo of her and Amir, taken the night they cracked Laura's flash drive. Scrawled on the back were the words, "We're watching." That same day, Amir's shop was burned to the ground in a suspicious fire. He survived, but he had no memory of the hours leading up to the incident. Ellie noticed a faint scar on the back of his neck, a small incision he couldn't explain. Desperate for answers, Ellie revisited Oracle. This time, they sent her coordinates to an underground bunker. Inside, she found evidence of experiments in psychological manipulation, including a list of test subjects. Her name and Amir's were at the top. Ellie's world unraveled further when she uncovered surveillance footage of Evelyn Drake, shaking hands with the city's mayor at a private gala. The mayor had publicly condemned Apex, but here he was, fraternizing with its operatives. In the final chilling twist, Ellie discovered a recording hidden within the files from the pier. It was a distorted voice, a message meant for her. "You think you've won, but you're just a pawn. The game is bigger than you can imagine." As Ellie sat in her dimly lit apartment, piecing together the fragments of this dark conspiracy, her phone buzzed with a new text from an unknown number. "Your move, detective." The screen flickered briefly before going black, leaving Ellie staring into the ominous glow of her computer. The game was far from over, and the next move could cost her everything.